Want to connect TradingView to MetaTrader 5 without knowing how to code? Then stick around, because today we're going to set it up in under 5 minutes. I'm Benjamin, creator of SignalForge, and today we'll set up, in under 5 minutes. As I mentioned, the bridge between TradingView and MetaTrader 5. If you don't know what SignalForge is, it's a cloud server that receives signals via webhooks that you send from your TradingView. We receive them on our server and we take care of sending them to your broker. All of that in a matter of milliseconds. Now let's focus on the plans SignalForge offers. Right now there are two. One is the starter plan, at $4.99 a month. It's the most affordable bridge on the market right now. And one of the most complete. It includes the bridge between TradingView and MetaTrader 5. A dashboard where you can keep track of your signals. Unlimited signals, unlimited symbols. And basic filters like trailing stop, break even, spread filter, and so on. One broker account per plan. This one is limited to one. Then there's the trader plan, which we'll cover in an upcoming video. And the payment platform is Stripe. It accepts payment from the different platforms out there, including PayPal, Google Pay, Apple Pay, and Visa/MasterCard. So we'd go here, and move on to the next section, which explains in a bit of detail what the trial involves. It's a 14-day trial, you don't enter a credit card. So once the trial period ends, access to the platform is cancelled and you're not charged anything. We'd come here and it would redirect us to Stripe, where we'd enter our email, first name, last name, and address, and click Start Trial. Once that's done, it sends us to the thank you page, which explains that you need to check your email. And if nothing arrived, the spam folder. The email contains the token, which is the identifier you'll need to use at all times on the platform. So we'd go to the dashboard, and once on the login screen, we'd enter our email and the token they sent to our email. Once inside the dashboard, the first screen you'll see is the signal log. Here you can check how many you've received, how many have been executed, and how many were filtered out by any of our filters. If you run into an error, it can show you here which error it was and why, whether your expert advisor is misconfigured or not connected, or the webhooks aren't set up correctly, either on the TradingView side or on the MetaTrader side. Then here you have a history of latency by the hour, which you can filter by day or by month. I'll bring up a peak so you can see it's quite stable. Now let's go to the next section, the statistics, where you can track your signals. Daily, yesterday's, the last week's, or the last month's. This tool, included in the starter plan, gives you a live dashboard for daily tracking. You have a calendar that shows you either by profit or by win rate, and by the hour. It's a pretty useful tool, because you'll be able to say, Mondays aren't that profitable. Or, Fridays from 2 to 5 aren't that profitable. Because that's when most of the news lands. And you'll also be able to see, by symbol, which is more profitable and which isn't. And then the signal history and so on. Alright, the next section is the configuration section. Here you'll find a detailed step-by-step guide with an explainer video on how to connect the bridge between TradingView and MetaTrader 5. Let's start with the first step. Downloading the Expert Advisor. First, you'll need a broker account. Online you can find plenty that are free. And that's what I recommend to start, a demo account, where you can test the different strategies you learn about or create. And until you have something profitable, never put real capital at risk. Always on a demo account. Alright, let's start by downloading the Expert Advisor. We go to the Downloads folder and copy it, then over to the Broker account, File. Open Data folder, we go in, leave it as is, go to MQL5, Experts, and paste. We close here and go to the Expert Advisor section, where we'll hit refresh, and now. The Expert Advisor we just copied and pasted shows up. Next step, we're going to grant access to the server URL so that every call MetaTrader receives is accepted. So we go to Options, Allow Algorithmic Trading, and allow the SignalForge API. To connect. Now to the next part, which is configuring the Expert Advisor. For that we copy the token, go to the Expert Advisor, and open this chart. For example, I already have a signal open since this morning, and we attach the EA to the chart, paste the token into this input, and configure everything here. All of this is detailed in the docs. It's pretty intuitive, simple settings that anyone who's been doing this a while will know. Anyway, if you don't know the configuration and want to dig into how it works, you have the docs section, or the chatbot, which you can ask anything. It has all the technical documentation in its brain, and if not, you ask me, write to me on Telegram, whatever you prefer, okay? It's true, I'll do a separate video explaining each setting in detail, okay? So, we've got the token up and running, there's the signal showing it's connected, and now what's left is to go to TradingView to set it up. Once we're in TradingView, we'd go to the next section. We've copied the token into the Expert Advisor, now we need the TradingView part, which we'd set up like this. Right now I have this strategy, a 1-minute one. So we can see if it fires an alert soon and you can check it, okay? First we'd go to Webhook. Notifications, you'll find this section empty, okay? So what we just copied. Sorry, we'd paste it there, okay? In the message, since it's a strategy, we could remove all this part, leave the strategy and the order, delete all this, and here we'd add ticker to identify the symbol on the chart. And with that we'd have it. Now what's left is to wait for an alert to fire and see how it opens on our broker, okay? Look. The alert already fired, I didn't even have time, it fired and it opened, okay? It fires a buy. And it's just opened it, there you have it. Now, as soon as a sell signal comes in, it'll close it, okay? Yes. We can trigger it again, it closes, and we can trigger it again, right? And it opens again. It's that simple, nothing more. If you have questions or doubts, write to me. Suggestions to improve, I'm all ears, anything you had on the platform you're coming from, if we can build it into this one, perfect, I'm all ears, open to any idea. So, alright, we'll continue in the next video, we'll explain and go in depth. Covering the prop firm shield, the news filter, the trend filter, and Telegram notifications. We keep working, things are coming like the script builder and SF Cloud, which will launch very soon, okay? The cloud server so you can have your MetaTrader 5 running without needing your computer on. So, if you liked the video, hit like, follow me. For more videos, and for anything, write to me on Telegram. Cheers.